The countdown hits 10 seconds. You're staring at a digital cart filled with things your bank account says you shouldn't buy, yet your finger hovers over the purchase button. Your heart is racing. You click. For a fraction of a second, the dopamine hits. Then the illusion shatters, replaced by a cold, heavy wave of regret. You just sacrificed your financial peace for a treat that already feels like a mistake. Your brain is currently hosting a localized turf war. The limbic system, your emotional, impulsive core, is screaming for immediate satisfaction, while your prefrontal cortex struggles to be heard above the noise. This reaction stems from a predictable biological glitch. Your brain artificially inflates the value of the right now, warping your perception of time until the long-term consequences feel like an abstract, distant problem. This biological preference for the now is known as hyperbolic discounting. In extreme cases, it drives the kind of high-risk, immediate gratification seen in the career of Jordan Belfort, where the rush of immediate wealth and luxury consistently overrode any concern for long-term stability or legal consequences. Most modern advice attempts to solve this biological flaw with arithmetic. Financial experts tell us to do the math, assuming we can weigh interest rates and numeric trade-offs against our visceral urges. Balancing cold percentages against emotional desire creates a volatile equation. Complex math drains cognitive bandwidth. Under the stress of a marketing trigger, these delicate numbers shatter. Your brain lacks energy to compute future interest, while the emotional system fires on all cylinders. Relying on numerical logic to fight an emotional urge leaves you vulnerable to the very impulses you're trying to control. Ancient cultures understood this cognitive trap long before the arrival of spreadsheets. Instead of teaching math, they encoded survival rules into simple fables, like Aesop's story of the ant and the grasshopper. The ant works through the summer to survive the winter, while the grasshopper dances. The lesson is a non-negotiable bottom line: sacrifice now, enjoy later. This is the foundation of fuzzy trace theory. Research indicates that highly disciplined people don't actually calculate precise risks in high-stress moments. Instead, they rely on vague, qualitative memories. These GIST principles bypass the need for exact mental calculations. They substitute a complicated trade-off with a categorical rule, like, I don't borrow money for things I don't need. These ancient proverbs serve as cognitive structures designed to shield the brain from immediate temptation. Watch these two systems handle pressure. A complex formula breaks apart under stress, while a solid GIST principle remains firm against marketing triggers. These representations resist emotional interference, allowing you to maintain discipline even when mental energy is drained. The data shows that shifting to this qualitative thinking is linked to a reduction in real-world problems like chronic substance abuse and mounting debt. Adopting a simple identity, such as I am someone who provides for the future, establishes a structural barrier that resists numeric manipulation. You can build this mental armor using Dr. Judd's 3 gears of habit change, a practical method for dismantling destructive financial loops. Gear 1 is to map the loop. Identify the specific emotional trigger, like stress or boredom, and record the resulting impulsive routine, such as loading up an online checkout. In Gear 2, you focus on the reward. By paying hyper attention to the immediate regret and financial guilt that follows a purchase, your prefrontal cortex updates your brain's internal value system. Gear 3 is the replacement. You swap the old routine for an intrinsically rewarding GIST principle, like the satisfaction of watching your savings grow. Sitting with the pain of regret allows you to manually rewrite your brain's internal predictions, stripping the temptation of its power. The flashes of buy now and notifications of sale ends tonight bounce harmlessly off you. You're no longer reacting to the noise. Financial control is a matter of cognitive architecture. It is built on the simple rules you choose to live by. You take control of your timeline by internalizing one unbreakable rule that you deeply believe in. When the timer ticks down and the dopamine rushes, what is your rule going to be?